Greg McBride, our clerk from Norwell. Lisa Feldman, also from Norwell, director. And then just in time, he's a professor at Emerson. Mark Brody, our vice president of Harvard Media. And Marianne Blackmer from Hingham, also a director. And we are missing our board treasurer, Barnett Sherman, who had a conflict this evening. You'll meet him some other time. He's been a terrific addition. So literally, it'll probably take 2 minutes. We're going to have our board vote. And because Margie Sullivan, our board president, and Liz Van Zura, our director, are both up for term renewals, our clerk, Greg McBride, will... Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. I thought you were coming later. The Greg plans. We'll have our clerk do the official vote for term renewals. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I'd like to take a motion from the floor, please, to renominate Liz Van Zura and Margie Sullivan.
Aye.
The motion's been made and seconded.
Second.
Seconded, please. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay, we'll have another 3 years. We have a terrific board. We do a lot of great work together. I've been in this role as executive director 4.5 years, and the board has been extremely supportive and creative with their ideas. And we thank you all, so thank you. Now we get to do some fun things. One thing that I'm going to talk about a little later is how community media is funded. A lot of people think we're funded through taxes. We're not. Spoiler alert, no taxes are spent here. But we are funded through cable subscriptions, which are shrinking. Someone who knows a lot about that is Representative Joan Moschino, who is our state representative for Hingham, Hull, and Cohasset. Representative Moschino can talk to us about a pending piece of legislation. She's going to give a brief update on H74, which is a streaming bill, and that would actually, if passed, or when passed, we hope when, would go toward funding community media. So thank you, Joan.
Well, good evening. It's always wonderful to be here with you, and just greetings from me and my colleagues on Beacon Hill. And just a real quick congratulations to the board members on being re-elected. Just thank you for your service, because this is a nonprofit and it is a quasi and it is public service, it is community service, and community engagement, and that is hugely important to our towns. And I love your model, and I love how you share and uplift all of the others to send them community media centers around us. So really quickly, it was brought to my attention by Mass Access, which is your trade, I guess you call it your trade association. We happen to be talking about some technical piece of law, and I expressed interest, and they mentioned to me that they were struggling. That with the cable subscriptions going down, oh my goodness, the fabulous Laura Burns, hello. Who was foundational in shaping this center as well. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that anymore. She's going to chastise me. But David Gauthier sat and explained it to me that this is a vital service, which as a former selectman, I knew only too well. It is about transparency in government. It is about access to information. As we're losing our weekly papers, it's the hyper-local, it's the wonderful engagement of its culture, its arts, its sports, its news, its public health, and I love your model, and I'm particularly grateful that you're training the next generation. But he talked to me about how the revenues were going down, which you all know only too well. And we really sat and he walked me through what the issue was. So we filed a bill. We sought help. It's a technical bill, and what it really basically says is that we're just going to update the way you get funded through those cable access fees, and we're going to include all of the means to include streaming services. Ustream, people who use streaming services, they should be paying into our communities as well. So I have a little good news. This is the second time we filed the bill, and this year we actually were able to get it out of committee, which is hugely important because things have to be timely and relevant, which we all know this is, but they also have to be well vetted. And that's the committee process. So we finally persuaded the committee that there's real value here, that the way it's gonna work, the impacts, and we've gone through all the depth, we dove deep, and we finally got that win. Now, what that means is we didn't get it across the full finish line, but what it means is that when we file this again, in January with the start of the new session, we start from that point of having built that consensus, showed them the value, and vetted it through the language. And if they think I'm gonna give up on this, they can think again. We are just gonna chase this one down, and we're gonna get it next time. So, anyway, thank you.
Thank you so much, Brett Mosquito. She's been fantastic, and she's in our studio frequently recording updates for the community, so we thank you.
Oh, was
You
that
know, you were
optional?
spread entirely too thin.
Was that optional? I thought that was
I think that we have to go on camera, so thank you. I'd like to kind of get to some of the fun stuff that we do, and like I said, we're gonna be a little more video intensive. But I did want to make sure, when everyone came through, I know you saw the red carpet and the sparkling lights, we really jazzed it up for you to share. Maybe we'll keep it every day. But hopefully when you went into our conference room with the food, you saw that incredible mural. Did everybody see that? Did you find something from Hingham, something from Norwell? So I want to tell you that that mural was created by Norwell High School art students. And they did a terrific job, and we're gonna leave it up. The red carpet might go, but that mural is staying. And then we're also hopeful that Hingham art students will do the one in our edit suite. So that's something you're gonna see us do a lot more of, is invite local artists. We had Paul, local musician, here this evening. And just so you know, you will see that mural creation on time-lapse video on our channels too, because we recorded it and we're doing interviews with the students. So again, always thinking about local programming. So hoping you guys really enjoyed that mural. Want to get to some of the fun stuff that we do. And one thing that's really important about community media is that none of our programming would exist with the P, the public and public education and government, without all of you creating programming. And something that we are really fortunate to have in our communities are people who are willing to create programming. Some of these people are network professionals living right among us, the little people. So we wanted to show you guys a little something because we have some folks here tonight and in the town of Hingham that are professional network producers, hosts, etc. And we wanted to showcase something that they did with our crew, and we actually won a national award. So let's check it out.
Hello everyone, I'm Maura Farden, and welcome to Harbor Media, Hingham's very own high-definition cable television channel, with all programming right here, online, and on demand. You can access our HD channel on cable with Comcast on channel 1072 or with Verizon on channel 2131. Why not set us up as one of your favorites on your remote control? So let's learn a little more about what you can find here at Harbor Media. Harbor Media is dedicated to delivering programming in 3 important categories of interest: public, education, and government. We are a local member organization, and we encourage you to get involved. In fact, it's our hope that you'll not only tune into our programming, but that you'll consider contacting us with your show ideas, create video stories of your own, or even with a team of friends. The production team at Harbor Media is here to help you get started. We look forward to working together to develop programming that not only inspires you, but that you want to share with all the folks in the town we call home, Hingham, Massachusetts. So get in touch and become a member of the Harbor Media community. Now, to see a list of Harbor Media shows, just scan this QR code, which will take you directly to our latest programming lineup.
Pretty nice, right? So we won a national media award for that because the category was explain what you do in community media. So Maura is here. I thought John Rice was here. He was the director. He might have stepped out. So Maura, please stand. Thank you so much. John Rice was the director on that, and then Ryan and Christina recorded it and edited, and we did about a dozen of what we call stand-ups with John and Maura, and it really offset our channels. We scheduled them at the top of the blocks, and that's, TV speak for the different time segments on our channels, and we now are gonna take that formula and do that for our Norwell channels as well. So we just wanted to kind of show off a little bit what we